And we back, episode number 26 of the Off the Lick podcast, and we in this hole. We in this hole. We off the motherfucking lick. Lizzy couldn't be here, you feel me? We gonna make it do what it do. And we finna get these niggas right, you feel me? Without further ado, it's episode number 26 of the Off the Lick podcast. Lizzy with the Glizzy could not be here. We got Cheyanne in this hole, man. Talk to these niggas, man.
What's goody, y'all?
What's good, man? Without further ado, we finna start the show. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And we in this hole, you feel me? So, without further ado, let's start the show.
When the folks go to sleep, I can't fight it. Locked in my mode, I feel like I'm indicted. All turning cold and I think that I like it. Look at my drip, got these hoes all excited. They tried to kill me, the fire ignited and I beat the...
And we back with the Off the Lick podcast. Cheyanne in this hole, like I said at the beginning. Lizzy with the Glizzy could not be here, but we still in this hole making it happen, you feel me?
As we should.
Yeah, man. How you doing today, Cheyanne?
I'm good. How are you?
Man, we straight, man. We finna get these shots together, you feel me? Finna get liquored up, you feel me? And we finna get to the first topic, because we off the lick, man. Let's get it. Let's get right for the nation. Dead Man music video is out right the fuck now. And shout out to them for getting rid of that nigga Green Bay, for getting rid of that nigga Jalen Smith, because he's ass. Cowboys is what we 6-1 right now, you feel me? So we doing our motherfucking thing. But other than that, man, I'm gonna go ahead and let Cheyanne go to the first topic, you feel me? So what you got? What we going with?
Let's talk about sex.
Okay, what's up? Let's get right. Let's get right to it then.
All right, bet. So,
Look at
basically, how do y'all feel about if y'all having sex and a female like moaning type shit, like emotional sex, like how do you go against that?
Emotional sex? What you mean? You got to give it more context.
Like,
you talking about if y'all in a relationship?
Like
if
it doesn't.
Random.
It doesn't even matter. It's just like simple fact. Like just say like you fucking a girl right now and she not even like showing like like emotional sex. She not moaning or anything. Like how do you go against that? Like how do you feel?
That'll probably hurt a nigga pride. Cause if you fucking a bitch and a bitch ain't showing no, that means you ain't stroking right. You ain't doing something.
But my thing is, you're right. But at the same time, like say for instance, like you fucking a girl and she's not moaning, but she's liking it. Like she's not moaning loud so you can hear it, but she just like moaning soft. Like you feel me? Like
I mean, I don't think that's a big deal. I feel like it depends on the female. If you already had sex with her, then you probably should already know. But if you ain't never had sex with her, then I mean, you know when you doing something.
Yeah, and at the same time, like I'm pretty sure like a female would be like tell you off rip like you're not hitting it right instead of like just sitting there standing there.
Yeah, I guess some females be some females like different shit. You got to figure out what she like as far as like what the stroke game like. You feel me?
Yeah, pretty much.
Go ahead and talk. Go ahead and talk to these niggas.
Yeah.
Explain your viewpoint on what you just brought.
Okay, so me personally, how I feel about emotional sex is basically like I don't like emotional sex type shit. So when it comes to like fucking type shit, I want to be able to like moan type shit. If I'm not moaning, you're not fucking me right. Like you're not fucking me good. Like you're not giving me what I expect type shit. That goes with like head or hitting it from the back. Like
but I thought you just said if you're not moaning, sometimes you just doing soft moan.
But that's just like females. So some females just be like soft moaning, and some females just be moaning loud. It's different females that do different things.
I feel you. So, pull my shot for the next topic. You feel me? Cause we off the league, man. But yeah, we finna get right. Hold on, y'all. So, I guess we can move on to the next topic. You feel me? That was a pretty good topic to start off with, but we finna get y'all niggas right. So, what's going around on social media today is the whole Jada Pickett shit, right? How Jada Pickett is kind of like embarrassing this nigga Will over and over and over again. I just feel like, bro, this is my take on the shit, right? It's kind of funny. I ain't gonna even cap. It's funny, but at the same time, bro, she gotta shut the fuck up. If you with your dude, bro, you gotta shut the fuck up. You gotta know what's appropriate to say and what's not appropriate to say. For her to say this nigga stroke game is not right on national for the world to like make fun of, like that's some bull fucking shit. And I feel bad for that nigga, man. That nigga need to go find him somebody else because she keep embarrassing this nigga. First it was the entanglement shit. Now it's this bullshit. You feel me?
Yeah.
What you think about that shit?
I ain't gonna lie, I haven't seen it, so yeah, I haven't seen it.
So pretty much, I'm gonna explain to you, and then I'm gonna tell you what you think about it.
All right,
so pretty much, she got this show called Red Table Talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much what they talking about is like she just get on there and pretty much talk to women about whatever the fuck, right? So on the recent episode, I don't even know how recent it is, right? Yeah. She was like, "Oh yeah, we didn't take our shot. Hold on, cause we off the lick, man. Let's get it." God damn, that was a big ass shot. But yeah, so pretty much she told this nigga, she was like, she was on national whatever the fuck. The lady asked her a question about okay, the marriage or whatever, right? And she was like, yeah, I got married so young and blah 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 blah. And then she voluntarily said like, oh, especially his sex, da 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 da. She kind of just pretty much passively said, this nigga don't fuck her right.
Wow.
And she said being with her, she feels like you should automatically know, and it's hard for her to explain it because she think he's supposed to pretty much read her mind.
I mean,
so what do you think about that?
Motherfuckers just can't read your mind off rip type shit. Like motherfuckers just don't got the mindset like, oh, I could just read your mind type shit. But she dead ass wrong. You feel me? Bro. For saying that, like that's dead ass wrong. That's embarrassing.
I'm pretty sure that nigga done pull her to the side and been like, look, stop fucking embarrassing me.
Facts. Like he probably like was watching it and was just like, damn, she talk about me. Like she embarrassed me to the whole world. He
probably talked to her before that episode like, hey, can you chill the fuck out with embarrassing me? She was like, oh, okay, I got you. Got right on the fucking episode and like, oh, okay, yeah, and this nigga can't fuck right. It's like, that's fucked up.
I would have been embarrassed.
Yeah, bro. Shout out to my nigga Will, man.
I'm sorry.
Hey, man. Hey, man. I don't even know what to say, man. But shout out to that nigga Will Smith, man. We thought you was,
he making y'all look bad.
Man, he ain't making us look bad. But, hey, shout out to that nigga Will Smith, man. Sometimes you just gotta know how to keep your female, in line pretty much. Because he obviously is doing a poor job at that.
Put your foot down.
Put your goddamn foot down, nigga. Because ain't no way my girl could be on no fucking public. I don't give a fuck how true it is. Ain't no way she finna go on a public platform that millions of people watch, and then she just sitting up there like, yeah, especially sexually, he can't stroke me right. It's just like god damn. And you didn't expect no type of backlash from that. You didn't expect nobody to talk about that.
And you expect me to read your mind, like
especially after the entanglement shit, bro.
Lord,
after the goddamn entanglement shit, that shit crazy, man.
I'm sorry.
Cause she's a dog head.
Damn.
But yeah, man. let's go ahead and get to the next fucking topic. You feel me? Cause we off the lick, man. Let's get this shot real quick. Look, she scared to pull her shit. You feel me? She ain't trying to be off the lick, man.
He lying, y'all. My shot right here.
Take your shot then.
Come on, I'm waiting on you.
Oh shit, my bad. Let's get it right.
It's period.
Oh shit. Goddamn.
That hit. That was 2.
For sure. Go ahead. What you got?
All right. My next topic is basically like accomplishments, So basically, I want to know like what accomplishes like your like. Hold on.
You're not talking to the mic.
All right, my bad. But the next topic I want to talk about is like basically like goals type shit. You feel me? So my thing is like, what goal have you accomplished already?
All right, you got to get yours first. Like when you bring up a topic, you gotta put it in question, but you also gotta.
So my goal that I accomplished is basically like not giving up type shit, because I could have left like 2 years ago after like my relationship type shit, but I stayed out here and I basically like grind and got like 2 jobs and now I'm back on my feet. So before like I was married or whatever and he cheated on me, so like I basically wanted to go back to Florida. But I stayed out here and went back to school, got my medical assistant, and got 2 jobs, and now I'm in my own apartment. So I'm doing good.
Okay. Hold on, let me. But yeah, man. So shout out to Cheyanne and her accomplishments. You feel me? Hold on, where the applause at? Goddamn. Shout out to Cheyanne and her motherfucking accomplishments. You feel me? And we out here getting it. You feel me? So one goal I accomplished, right? So, one goal I said that I wouldn't do is pretty much if I did ever get attention from like a major label or whatever, I wasn't gonna sign no 360, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, opportunity presented itself. I didn't take it. You feel me? Because it was absolutely a 360 deal. So I feel like that's personally a goal, because I feel like if they seeing what I'm doing, and I don't feel like I'm doing shit, but if they see the music that I'm making and if they interested in shit, it's only a matter of time before somebody interested in give me like a good, like solid, like, you know, opportunity.
Yeah,
so,
I feel you.
I feel like that's a goal in itself, because I didn't like turn around and just like go at the first shit that like the first opportunity that presented itself. So, yeah, I feel like that's like a huge goal that I accomplished without, you know, sabotaging myself. So, let's take this next shot, because we off the lick, man. Hold on. Let's get right. Pass me the bottle when you done. Finna get right, you feel me? Where the top at? It's all good. We don't need it. We gonna kill this shit anyway.
Period.
You already know. So my next topic is the Henry Ruggs situation, right? I'm explaining it to you because I know you probably not in the sports world or whatever, right? So let's take this shot real quick. Pour your next one after we take this one.
All right.
For sure. But yeah, my thing is the Henry Ruggs thing, right? Pretty much, my nigga Henry Ruggs probably ruined his whole career. Henry Ruggs is a wide receiver that plays for the Oakland Raiders. He not a wide receiver that's like kind of just like on the team, like he okay. Nah, he was like the shit. He still is the shit or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But recently, I think this morning, he was driving drunk and he killed somebody, right?
Damn.
So he pretty much might have just ruined his whole career. Like everything he had going for him. He just got in the league, you feel me? And he wasn't like one of these like niggas that's not really playing or something like that. He was like an actual like a star type shit, or coming into being a star. And he ended up, you know, drinking and driving. And it probably wouldn't have been something if he had just pulled over, you know what I mean? Got pulled over, drinking and driving. That would be something that was kind of like, oh, okay, you probably suspended for this amount of time and you can come back and play. But somebody actually died. So now he could possibly be facing a manslaughter case, right?
Yeah.
That'll put him away for some time, and pretty much his career will be pretty much over.
Damn.
So, I'm giving that backstory to formulate this question, right?
Mhm.
How do you feel about pretty much people that kind of like, they right there next to an opportunity, but they end up fucking it up? And it's a sad opportunity because at the end of the day, bro, it's not like, niggas ain't drunk and drive before.
Yeah, that's.
I ain't gonna even cap, bro. I done drunk and drove a whole bunch of times.
Facts.
I'm not proud of it. People, if you watching this, do not drink and drive. If you had one too many drinks, bro, just don't even get in the car and drive, bro. It's done.
It's best to have like a
Designated driver or Uber. And I was speaking to somebody that I work with today. He was like, there's no reason in 2021 that you should be drinking and driving. Because we got Uber, we got fucking, Lyft. All these other shits. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about somebody, how do you feel about that situation?
Okay, so off rip, I want to just say rest in peace to the person, that died or whatever. But I just don't think it's like safe for like people to like drink and drive. Like, yeah, he was in the wrong for like drinking and driving some shit, but you also gotta think like, did he have the right away? Like, what literally happened? Type shit. Like, how did like the accident happen? Type shit.
But I feel like, and we can go back and forth with it. Yeah. I feel like at that point, he kind of still in the wrong because either way, you were drunk driving.
Yeah, I'm not saying he right for doing it. I'm saying he's wrong. But you also gotta think. Just say for instance, like you're drinking and drive type shit, and you got the right of way, and I just go type shit. You feel me? Like that. Like it all depends.
But the law don't look at it like that. They like, okay, well, if you was not drunk, you probably would have saw this person and shit like that. Yeah. And RIP to the person that lost their life. You know what I mean? Condolences that go out to your family and shit like that. But yeah, bro, I feel like, that kind of makes sense. There's no reason in 2021. And you rich. It's like, okay, if you was coming from a function or something, you could just leave your car there and fucking come get it in the morning or something. I know niggas don't really want to do that shit.
It's not even that. Like, I feel like motherfuckers have like security guards type shit. Like, they all have somebody that like drive them type shit. Like, either way it goes, like know you was drunk type shit. You could eat like drunk water type shit, or even call somebody and told them like, listen, I'm drunk, I don't feel like driving, I can't make it, come get me. And it's just that simple.
Yeah. So what you feel about him like possibly ruining his career on accident? Like,
see, how I feel about that is like basically like he did that on his stuff. Like, you feel me? Like he did it on his own type shit. He just gotta learn from his lessons. Like, I feel bad that his career is like, going down the drain, but you also gotta learn from your mistakes type shit. Like, you did that on your own. Nobody told you to do it.
I feel it, man. I feel bad for that nigga. But you know what? Everybody gotta be held accountable to their mistakes and shit like that. So I just feel like it's a tragic situation that somebody lost their life. Because even if it was a regular wreck, bro, like it would have been like, it wouldn't have been so serious. You know what I mean?
He could have been rushed to the hospital or something.
Yeah, now somebody died. It's just like, damn. Like, your life changed from being that nigga to just... That's
now you embarrassing.
Shit.
Like, now people are probably like just talking about you on like all social media. Like, damn, this nigga really did this and not give a fuck.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Henry Ruggs, man. Hopefully, you come out of this shit in a better situation. Yeah, man. Let's take this shot for the next topic. You feel me?
Bet.
Cause we
off the lick,
man. Yeah, we're gonna be drunk this episode.
I feel it.
Yeah, go ahead. Get right.
All right. So basically, the next talent I want to talk about is basically like, scales and type shit.
You said scales?
Like talent and skills, like basically like, so say for instance, like what's some skills that you want to learn, or like basically like everyone should learn type shit, like basically like sound language or like singing, rapping type shit. You feel me?
a skill that everybody should learn, no matter what facet of life they in?
Yeah.
All right, what's yours first?
My talent and skill is basically like learning like sign language. The only reason I say that is because it's a lot of people out here like that's deaf type shit. So if you're doing sign language, they'll understand you type shit. And I want to learn. I want to learn sign language as well.
True. I feel like the best skill a motherfucker could learn is probably, in my opinion, communication. Cause when you communicate well, that's like literally like probably like the best. I would say communication and adaptation. Because if you can communicate well, that'll take you far as fuck.
Yeah, because communication is the key type shit. So
Yeah.
like you can't like like you have to communicate with somebody just to get to like your point of view type shit. So communication is the key. Like if you don't know how to communicate, then the shit's just gonna go down the drain.
Yeah, regardless to if you talking business, if you talking like, you know, romantically, you gotta be able to communicate regardless, no matter what aspect of life you in, you gotta be able to communicate to anybody. I feel like that's the best skill that somebody could have. But also adaptation too. You gotta be able to adapt to any situation. Because situations happen, bro. Like you might be put in an uncomfortable situation when you go talk to these, you know, rich people or whatever. You gotta be able to kinda like, you know, understand where you at, you know, and you gotta be able to blend in pretty much. Because it's not gonna help you if like, let's say you in like a business setting and you look ignorant. They're just gonna take you as ignorant and they just gonna like kind of like try to, you know, get over on you because they looking at you how you present yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel like a lot of times the niggas don't understand that like, okay, it's cool to like be cool, you know, it's cool to be like let your hair down, you know, be comfortable wherever the fuck you at. But I feel like you gotta know when to flip that switch, because I flip the switch fast. Like, you know, I done, you know, been, not to harp on myself, but I done been in situations to where, you know, I was presented with, you know, opportunities to go in other shit that I might have been uncomfortable on the inside, but on the outside you can never tell because I'm just adapting to the situation, so I'm just blending in with everybody else. And it was times before I learned how to adapt that I couldn't blend in because I didn't know that I was sticking out. So
yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. Like most definitely, like especially like communication is the key, and you basically gotta adapt. Like you can't judge a book by its cover type shit, but you just can't walk into like a place just being ignorant type shit because they offer, they can be like, oh well, like she ignorant, like you feel me, like yeah,
and they gonna treat you a certain way, so you can't be just like, you know, mad at somebody for having a opinion about you if you're not helping yourself like separate yourself from the, you know, if you're not helping yourself blend in, my bad. If you're not helping yourself blend in with what's going on around you, you're gonna stick out like a sore thumb. Especially us being black and us being from a certain environment. They looking for like, they might look at that shit as cool and blah 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 blah. But it's also a drawback too, because they'll look at that shit like, oh, this motherfucker's ignorant, so I can take advantage of that shit. So it's real important for niggas to like know, hey, you gotta let them know they can't play with you. You feel me?
yeah. You just gotta have that mindset. Like I just came here, like even though like you having like a bad day type shit, you gotta leave that shit on like back. Like you can't just walk in like to like an interview with like that type of mindset, because they're not gonna hire you. They gonna be like, oh well, like she ignorant, like I'm not gonna hire her. Like you gotta think about like, okay, like bet I got this interview, like let me just have like a positive mindset instead of just think about like what you've been through type shit. You can't just walk into a place like with that kind of mindset.
Yeah, on the cool. And obviously you gotta be a positive person altogether, because even if you like in the back of your mind you like kind of like one of those people that know the situation and you know it might be negative or negative underlines to it, you still got to be able to be positive about yourself, because that can outwardly reflect how the fuck you feel on the inside. Let's say you fucking walk into an interview and your ass like sitting up there like in the back of your mind, you like, they not gonna hire no nigga. So even though you smiling and even though you blah 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 blah, you're not gonna put forth that much effort because you like they not gonna hire me anyway, so that shit gonna hourly affect, and it could hourly affect how the interview goes. You might get annoyed by the nigga asking so many questions because you like, all right, they not finna hire a nigga anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just gotta go in there like, all right, I got this interview. Like, I got like a positive mindset. Like, I'm ready for this. You just gotta have like the mindset, like, I got the job in the hand type shit. You just basically gotta pray about it. Be like, all right, bet I got it in hand. Like, let me leave all the negative stuff behind and just come in here like positive. Like, you feel me? Like, you just can't walk in there like just talking all negative, like talking down on yourself. You gotta think positive. Like, God got you regardless of the fact.
Yeah. So this a message to all the niggas out there or anybody who may or may not go through an uncomfortable, setting or situation. You gotta understand, bro. At the end of the day, bro, either they gonna get you, either they gonna, look out for you or not. But you also gotta know that by you being from a certain background, that they gonna also, view you a certain way. So you just gotta change their perspective. You feel me?
Yeah, but I feel like your background doesn't really matter, like, about like your new day. Like, at the end of the day, leave your background alone. Like, the past is the past type shit. You can't bring up the past type shit. It's also like a new year type shit. So all the goals that you want to accomplish, just accomplish that shit. I feel like leave the past in the past. Like, you feel me? You gonna go through things, but you also gotta leave that shit through. Like, you gotta make sure like your family and your friends is proud of you. Like, it might be some people that might talk down on you, but you can't talk down on your own stuff. You gotta just think positive. You feel me? So I feel like everybody should just think positive. Like, you got it in the bag, and it's just that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, let's take this next shot because we
off the lick,
man. Let's get it. Let's get these niggas right. Let's get these niggas' mind right. You feel me?
I might need to chase it for this one.
For sure. Let's get these niggas' mind right because we off the lick, man. You feel me? Alright, for sure. My next topic is the crypto crisis. You feel me? So, with this whole surge of the Shiba Inu and shit like that, a lot of people are going like, hold on, my bad, y'all, I'm drunk. But anyway, yeah, with this whole crisis with the Shiba Inu shit, that's a cryptocurrency, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it just like shot up, like, way, like a lot of people made a lot of money off of investing in that shit early, right?
Yeah.
So now a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon and shit like, oh, I'm finna invest in this shit too. So what happened was it was this cryptocurrency that came out. It was called, what was it called? What was that Netflix movie that niggas was like dying or something? And then they had to play these games to like survive or some shit like that. I forgot what it's called. Fuck. It's called Squid Game. Squid Game.
I never seen that, but I heard about it.
Yeah, so it was a Squid Game currency, right? And fucking niggas was like investing in that shit. And I had a homie before he invested, he was like, bro, invest in this shit. So he screenshotted it and told me to invest in it. But at the time, I ain't had the funds to invest in it, but it was going up like dramatically. Like niggas was investing like thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in this fucking cryptocurrency shit. And I was like, nigga, I'm so glad I didn't invest in that shit, because right after that shit raised so much, that shit dropped all in a day. Niggas lost millions, thousands, hundreds of dollars trying to invest in the next thing. And I feel like if it's a popular thing already, when niggas telling you about it, then you probably too late, pretty much. So my thing is, what do you feel when people are going through this whole like following trend shit?
I mean, to be honest, like they said, like you can't be a follower, you have to be a leader type shit. You feel me? But at the same time, like I see what you're saying, but I would say basically like I don't know, like it's like I disagree and I agree with it, but at the same time, you can't be a follower. You have to be a leader. Like you just can't.
So what you disagree with?
The following part, like you gotta be your own man. You just can't be like, all right, for real, and be like, say for instance, like say something like it was like, oh, well, I'm finna do this and a third, and I want you to do it type shit, but you don't know like the process through it, but you're like following them. Like I feel like you should just take lead instead of just trying to be a follower.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like a lot of times when you are taking advice from somebody, you gotta watch who you taking the advice from, because it be like some, like, no offense, I got some homies that I will take advice from, and I got some homies that I would never take advice from. And it's some of them is like not that intelligent. Some of them are super intelligent. So I feel like if you gonna follow something, you gotta make sure you looking at who you're taking advice from. Cause a lot of people don't do that. They just follow the leader and shit like that. And I just feel like you gotta first realize if you want to do it yourself or not. Cause a lot of times, like, niggas just be, following the leader and shit.
But you also gotta think, like, just say for instance, like, say like a scenario like my homegirl like trying to give me advice type shit. Like I'm not gonna offer up take it. Like I'm gonna think about it and be like, okay, like she's saying this and third, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, like yeah, she's right and just take her offense and just like follow it. I'm gonna think about it and just be like, okay, if I'm not fucking with it, then I'm just gonna change it. But if what she's saying is some real shit, then I'm gonna follow behind it. But you also gotta think like everybody like opinion or like whatever they're giving you is not true type shit. Like you can be a follower, but it sometimes just be best to be a leader.
Yeah, that's true. And also, sometimes you just gotta, you can't lack discipline when you, are following somebody that you really like, somebody that you feel like you can take advice from. Because at the end of the day, I can give you a million different tips and advice and all this other bullshit to like fucking try to help you, better yourself. But if you don't want to listen and if you want to be undisciplined, ain't much I can do, in that aspect.
Yeah, but you can't make somebody listen to your advice type shit. Like they their own person. Like a person like basically say for instance like you giving me advice type shit. Like I'm be like yeah, but at the end of the day, like am I gonna take advice? Maybe or maybe not. But you just can't sit there and be like, yeah, I'm gonna take your advice, and then like at the end of the day you're not taking advice. I'd rather you be like, okay, like bet like your advice is good type shit, but I'm gonna do what I want to do best type shit. But I mean it all depends on like the advice that they give you type shit, because some people advice can be like real, like they can give you like bad advice and some people can give you good advice. It all depends on like the opinion and like the topic as well too.
Yeah, man. So at the end of the day, y'all niggas gotta, pay attention to who you listen to. And if you are following somebody who you respect, make sure you have the discipline to follow through with that shit. You feel me?
Yeah, you gotta do your research type shit. You just can't believe everybody. Like, if somebody was to like tell you just jump off the cliff, they gotta just tell you why, like jump off the cliff type shit. You just can't be a follower every time. It also depends on like what's the reason why they giving you opinion type shit. But like some people opinions can be like realistic, like they can help you type shit. But it also depends on like why they give you like the opinion on the shit like that. But at the end of the day, like you just can't be a follower every time. You gotta be a leader. You gotta take control of that shit.
Yeah, nigga, and make sure y'all do y'all research before y'all hop in like the cryptocurrency wave, because I hear a lot of people trying to get on that shit now and they don't really understand it, but they just want to invest their money in whatever the next, they think it's a get rich scheme or whatever. They think they finna invest money today and see a lot of money by tomorrow. It ain't like that. So I would tell a lot of people just, do your research and, kind of like make sure you understand the cryptocurrency the whole way before you just jump in it. Because, yeah, a lot of these niggas lying anyway.
I mean, I feel like basically like about the crypto, I feel like basically like some people like they only doing it like just to scam you type shit. So you basically got to do your research. You got to make sure like it's not a scam type shit, because there's a lot of motherfuckers that's getting scammed for this shit and you're not trying to get scammed for it, because if you get scammed, you're going to be mad as fuck. Yeah, so I feel like do your research before you even take the go and be like, all right, I'm finna do it type shit. Like you're not trying to get scammed, because if you get scammed, you're going to be mad as fuck.
Yeah, you're going to be mad as fuck. Sitting up there looking ugly and shit, and you gonna be looking crazy. And that's going to be on you.
Right. Because you made a decision. You got to do your research before you say yes or no. And if you feel like, oh, I'm not going to do it, then don't do it. But don't force yourself to do something that you feel like it's a scam or something like that. Because there's a lot of people out here that's scamming type shit. But you got to be like in the right state of mind.
For sure. We're going to take the next shot and go to the next topic. You feel me?
Yes, sirski.
Oh, my God. Because we off the lick, man. Look, we drunk in a hole, man. Shout out to Cheyanne for coming through, man. We drunk in a hole on this hole, you feel me? We gets right. What you got?
All right. So, like, I really want to talk about relationships. The only reason why I say that is because I feel like when females be like, oh, niggas ain't shit, and then niggas be like, oh, bitches ain't shit type shit. But at the end of the day, I'm going to speak some real shit. Like, niggas ain't shit and bitches ain't shit either. The only reason why I say that is because some bitches...
I disagree, but I'm going to let you go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. So, the only reason why I say that is because basically some niggas be wanting just the fuck type shit. But if you just want to fuck, just say that. Don't just be like, oh, like, I'm looking for this and a third. If you just want to fuck on a girl, just say that. But when it comes to bitches should just be like, all right, rap. Like, I just want to fuck with you because you got money or this and a third. But I just basically feel like bitches want to fuck with certain niggas because they got money or the dick is good. But basically, my question is, like, fucking, basically, like, why do y'all fuck with a female? Like, basically, like, what are y'all intentions with a female type shit? Because at the end of the day, like, some niggas be, like, shy and be like, oh, I don't want to, like, I just want a friend with benefits type shit. But deep down inside, they just want to fucking see if the pussy good and they just dip type shit.
I feel like I'm gonna answer what you were saying at first, and then I'm gonna answer your question. So
all right, bet.
Don't forget your question.
All right.
I feel like you gotta pay attention to where you meet the opposite person, right? I won't necessarily say that if you meet somebody at the club, they won't be wifey material. But I just feel like you always got to keep in mind where you meet the people you meet, pretty much. Because you can't expect, well, you shouldn't expect the same, type of loyalty or whatever the fuck if you met her in the club. Because she's going to be like, nigga, we met in the club. Or he's going to be like, bitch, we met in the club. Like, you knew when we got together that I like to go to the club. It's all about, like, who you surround yourself around. And it's all about, like, where y'all met. In the back of your mind, you got to be honest with yourself, because a lot of people don't want to be honest with themselves. Be honest with yourself. How did you meet this person? Pretty much. If you met them on, like, online or some shit like that, you got to remember that. You got to keep that in the back of your mind regardless. Like, you can't be just with somebody and expect them to be this type of person, but when you met them, they was already this type of person. If you meet Sally at a bookstore and then you fucking want her to be the club party in person that she wasn't before y'all got together, you can't expect that person to just flip the script and just change who the fuck they are, because that's how you met them. So it's all about, getting to know a person, getting to know their background, and understanding that this person might not be for me. This person might be for somebody else, but this person might not be for me. This person might be a club hopper. This person might, like that type of shit. If you one of them people that don't like that, then you need to be real with yourself and be like, okay, I'm not finna deal with this. Vice versa. If you a club hopper and you know that this person is like, more stay at home, read books, spend quality time, you can't get mad at this person for being boring because they don't want to go to the club, get all fucked up and all that other shit. Like, if they wasn't that type of person when you met them, you can't expect them to be that type of person when y'all finally, like, make it official, make it a relationship and shit like that. But what was the question?
The question basically was, like, basically, like, how can I say it? So basically, like, the question was like, why do like y'all say like, oh, I
you
want to
said,
do
what
this.
do we look like?
Yeah, like, what do
for?
y'all want in like a relationship? Because my only reason why like I asked her is like, just for instance, I said like, yeah, the party type shit, and you just see like a shorty and she just like twerking type shit, and then after the party you'll be like, oh, pull up with me type shit, but you already know like your instant is like you just gonna fuck shorty, so why not just tell her like y'all just trying to fuck and that's just that. But my thing is like, why do niggas be like, oh, come with me like after the party type shit, like what's the move after the party? When you just want to fuck type shit, you don't want nothing else. Just say that instead of just like beating around the bush.
I feel like if you on the same page and you just want to fuck, and the nigga is not being straight up like he want to fuck, I think you just fucking with the lame niggas. But I'm gonna be honest, like if you in the club and you throwing ass and you present yourself in a certain way, it's hard for a nigga not to look at you in a certain way. If like, let's say you fucking it up in the club, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the niggas trying to talk to you, right? You fucking it up. And then you find the one nigga that you like or whatever. What makes you think that he wants to like have a long-term relationship? If you in the club throwing ass and all this shit, cause I know we know, females just having fun and shit like that. You know what I mean? Everybody had their fun a different way, But if you at a club and a nigga see you throwing ass and you all over him and all this shit, obviously he gonna wanna fuck. It's not I'm not gonna see a bitch throwing ass in a club and think, hey, I wanna marry this female. It's just gonna be like, oh, you throwing ass, so what's up? What you trying to do after this? You feel me? You understand where I'm coming from?
But I see where you coming from type shit. The only reason why I say that is like,
oh, my bad. I don't want to cut you off, but
Go
I just
ahead.
mean, but what you were saying is like niggas not keeping it real. Like, oh, niggas acting like they want to be in a relationship when in all actuality they trying to. That's just the niggas that you fucking with.
facts. The only reason why I say that is because, like, for example, say like shorty just like throwing her ass type shit. You get behind her type shit, and you be like, oh, what you on tonight after this type shit, and then you be like, pull up type shit. But you just basically saying like, oh, I'm trying to be with you type shit. But instead, you just trying to fucking see if the pussy get. But I just feel like y'all niggas should just be upfront and be like, oh, I'm trying to see how the pussy is. That's it. But instead, some of y'all niggas be like, oh, I'm trying to be with you this and third. But deep down inside, you just trying to see if the pussy good or not.
I agree. I feel like niggas should be 100% head up with a female. You feel me? You shouldn't be, if you want one thing, you shouldn't be portraying. Like at least give a female option. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you trying to fuck, it's better to like keep it real from the jump. You feel me? Be real about it. Be like, hey, this is what it is. Like, is you trying to fuck or is you not? I guarantee you'll be a lot more successful than if you trying to play like you in a relationship or you trying to be in a relationship and then you just try to fuck. Like,
but you also can't get mad if like you wanna fuck the female and the female's relationship type shit. But also what y'all niggas are understanding is like, say for instance, like if a shorty in a relationship type shit, y'all be quick to be like, oh, I ain't worried about that nigga type shit. It's about me and you, shorty. But y'all still be around the bush type shit. Y'all be like, oh, I ain't trying to fuck. I'm trying to get to know you. But once y'all leave the club and y'all get to the crib, y'all end up fucking. So y'all be around the bush type shit.
but if she in a relationship, why she fucking in a get-go?
But
Because
why
a
y'all
nigga gonna only do what the fuck you let him, right?
Exactly, but why y'all niggas be like, okay, like, fuck it. Like, y'all niggas be having the money sign and be like, all right, like, fuck the relationship. Fuck that nigga not me type shit. Like, that's what y'all niggas be thinking.
The nigga don't owe yo nigga no loyalty. You owe your nigga some loyalty. So it's just like, if you throwing a pussy, a nigga gonna take it.
Exactly. That's like no female or your bitch no loyalty at the same time. But at the end of the day, like, y'all speak out your mind.
You just said if you're in a relationship and a nigga trying to fuck and then he fuck your nigga, then it's not really, I mean, yeah, he wrong technically for fucking you while you in a relationship, but at the end of the day, he don't owe you no loyalty.
But
he don't owe your
respect
nigga.
that.
He don't owe your nigga no loyalty.
But you should respect that type shit. Like,
but why
you
is you
should
fucking?
respect that. But at the same time,
fucking?
like, it's not that. Like, if you see a bitch twerking on her nigga type shit, you should be like, all right, that's your nigga. And she be like, yeah, you should respect it. Don't keep on going and be like, oh, like,
no, I agree
that
with
nigga
that.
can't do this
that.
and third.
I agree with that. Like, if a nigga is like pushing too hard and she already said she with her. But if you flirting with the nigga, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you fucking letting them fuck, like, at the end of the day, if I'm single, right? And I'm talking to you or whatever, like on some like, hey, what you trying to do? Blah, blah, blah. You like, oh, I got a nigga, but you still flirting with me and I'm trying to fuck. I'm going to pursue that shit. I'm be like, okay, well, you got a nigga, but you don't look like you turning me down. So what's up? And if you fuck, I mean, that's kind of on you because I was single. You feel me?
But some of y'all niggas just be forcing type shit. Some of y'all niggas be like, oh, like trying to like sweet talk a bitch. Some of y'all be like, oh, like that nigga not me. If it work, that nigga not this and the third.
If it work, it's not a penalty. We can't throw a flag at that. If
that's
it work,
cap. Like y'all niggas are red flag. Like y'all niggas be quick to like niggas be quick
so you
to like.
telling me the female that fuck that has a boyfriend is not as wrong as the nigga that's fucking.
Y'all wrong though, because at the end of the day, like, I understand like you don't owe a nigga no loyalty type shit, but at the same time, y'all just be like, y'all red flags, like, like y'all can see a female, y'all can see that nigga is right there, but y'all would not give a fuck if like she twerking on her nigga. Y'all would not give a fuck. Y'all would like try to snatch that female and be like, listen, like fuck with a real nigga type shit. That's y'all favorite saying.
If you don't go, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you don't respect this nigga, this kind of like goes to like the Jada Pickett Will Smith shit. If you already on go and you know you in a relationship, like, I'm pretty sure if a nigga is with you, right, and he know you on go, he know you a hoe. Not saying you, I'm saying in general.
Yeah.
He know you a hoe. So if he like, you know, if you still on go, why are we the red flags when you the one on go?
Some niggas don't give a fuck about they bitches. And that's the thing too. But at the end of the day, like y'all being niggas type shit, y'all don't owe no nigga no loyalty type shit or no respect type shit. But at the same time, like some females really don't be giving a fuck. And that's why I gotta say, like, I'm a female type shit, but like females be going wrong type shit. Like when y'all know like y'all got a whole nigga type shit and a nigga like approach you type shit, y'all be quick to be like, oh, that's not my nigga type shit and shit like that. But y'all also gotta respect it. Oh, like, yeah, that's my nigga type shit. But some niggas be on go type shit. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm a female type shit. But females, like, that I seen type shit, that I experienced type shit, be quick to be like, oh, that's not my nigga, and go fuck on that nigga type shit. But then at the end of the day, they be like, damn, like, I literally just fucked this nigga, and I'm in a whole relationship type shit. Like, bitches ain't shit, and niggas ain't shit either.
I feel like not all bitches are like that. But I feel like the demographic that you talking about, yeah, that's fucked up. But I just feel like, you know, you got to look at it like a nigga is going to look at it like if you on go, you on go. He didn't just say fuck your nigga for no reason. You give it a notion either that you don't give a fuck about your nigga or you going to fuck regardless of whether you in a relationship. So if you giving off that perception, a nigga is going to pursue that shit, especially if he in a club trying to fuck something.
Yeah, but you also got to think, like, some niggas got that mindset where, like, okay, like, man, they don't give a fuck about your nigga. Like, they probably thinking, like, in the back of their head, like, oh, your nigga not hearing it right. Like, let me show you, like, what a real nigga supposed to do. But then you also got niggas that's going to respect that shit. But at the end of the day, like, a female, she's supposed to respect her nigga type shit. Because at the end of the day, a bitch would get real mad if a nigga just go approach another female. Like, niggas, like, bitches be real quick that's to, true. Like, approach a nigga and be like, oh, like, why you fucking with this bitch and I'm your girl? But that's what bitches gotta really understand. Like when y'all do some shit, y'all get mad that a nigga doing it. But when a nigga do it, y'all get mad as fuck. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be a 50-50 chance. Just say, for instance, if I'm with my nigga type shit and my nigga approach somebody, I'm gonna be mad as fuck. And he gonna be mad too because I approached another nigga. But at the end of the day, you gotta respect your nigga. Like, the other nigga don't owe your nigga no loyalty type shit.
Exactly.
And that's just that.
And that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, if you're a woman, right, and you got a nigga, if you want to be with that nigga, respect that nigga, and just don't fuck. And when you have a nigga, you gotta handle yourself a certain way. I know a lot of females don't want to hear that. You feel me? A lot of females like, oh, I'm just having fun. Oh, I'm just dancing on niggas and all that other shit. No. If you have a nigga, you can't do the same shit you was doing when you were single. And a lot of females don't understand that. Or a lot of females just trifling and they want to do what the fuck they want to do. But if it was reverse, they'll be all hurt and shit.
And crying.
Because females don't feel like karma applies to them. Some female, these type of females we talking about.
I mean, some bitches don't believe in karma, but me, I believe in karma. Like at the end of the day, like y'all bitches ain't shit. Like I'm a whole female, and I'm gonna say like bitches ain't shit and niggas ain't shit either. But at the end of the day, like us females, we gotta respect our nigga type shit. We not gonna be like, okay, like, bad, my nigga finna talk to this shorty, I'm finna go do the same thing. Cause at the end of the day, you gonna be mad as fuck. And who the fuck wants to argue at the end of the night and be like, oh, like you was dead ass wrong? Like that arguing shit is dead as fuck. At the end of the day, like y'all both was wrong. But you also gotta think like that bitch or female don't owe your nigga or your bitch no loyalty at the end of the day. Like just leave that shit alone. Cause you're not supposed to like. Say for instance, you go out and you pop out with a whole nother nigga type shit. You can't be mad if your bitch or your nigga see another shorty and go behind him type shit. Cause at the end of the day, you gotta understand like he coming home to you. He not going home to that other bitch.
Wait. I gotta wait. You gotta run that back one time because I ain't gonna cap that shit. Wait, say that again.
All right. So basically, what I was saying was like. You talking about like the part where I was like, you can get mad if you're shorter or your bitch get mad because at the end of the day you go home to them. That part.
So this goes to the next topic. Hold on.
All right.
Let's take this shot. Is there any more? I think we drunk all the liquor.
The liquor gone.
You want this last one?
Yeah, I'll take it.
All right. Cause we off the lick, man. Go ahead, pull your shot.
Got shot. My head is spinning.
Oh, okay, you already got you a shot. What the fuck?
Bro, I'm on big next time, bro. I can't do it.
I'm dead. But yeah, anyways, you feel me? That brings me to my next topic. Let's take this last shot and get on this last topic because we off the lick. Right? Come on, let's go.
Lord Jesus.
So my question is, kind of go off of what you grazed over, like you didn't say it. So if you in a club and your nigga go talk to another female, or let's say you're not even there, right? But you found out your nigga was talking to another female. You just gonna be like, it don't matter because he coming home to me?
I'm gonna be mad as fuck. I ain't gonna lie. Like I know,
that
like
ain't what you just said.
You right, but at the same time, some bitches' mindset be like, damn, like I know at the end of the day, like I'm not gonna get mad at my nigga talk to like so and so type shit, and I know he come home to me. But at the same time, that shit gonna hurt to the point where like, damn, like what did that bitch have that I don't have type shit.
So wait, what's your viewpoint on that though? Like, elaborate on it a little bit.
Like, my viewpoint on that is basically, like, how would you feel, let's just put it like this. How would you feel if you wasn't at the club, but you found out your nigga was talking to a female? I'm going to be mad as fuck. Like, I'm going to be mad as fuck. Like, I'm going to want to fuck some shit up. Because at the end of the day, like, you going to be mad as fuck if I'm going to the club with my homegirl and I approach a fucking nigga and I get his snap or his number type shit. So I'm be mad as fuck. But at the end of the day, females gotta understand, like, that girl that don't owe you no loyalty type shit. Like, she didn't understand. Like, she don't know that, you know, some niggas go out and be like, oh, I'm single type shit. But deep down inside, they know they taking type shit. But at the end of the day, like, you can't be mad at that female. You gotta be mad at your nigga type shit because your nigga was dead wrong for approaching the female type shit. Or basically saying, like, oh, I'm single. But he know he come home to you. Like, I don't like that. I'll be mad as fuck. I'll be just destroy shit. You feel me?
So what was you saying about him coming home anyway?
At the end of the day, you know who you come home to, but at the same time, you gotta respect that. You feel me? You gotta show it back at home, and you gotta understand like she not liking that shit. Like at the end of the day, I mean, I would say that's cheating type shit because you got to shorty back at home and you fucking with another female at a party. You don't know nothing about this female type shit. And you know, like, okay, basically say, like, instance, like, y'all just partying type shit. And you just see a female just twerking type shit. You just gonna offer be like, oh, like, bet. Like, she's twerking, like, let me get behind her. And you get her number type shit. And you instantly just, like, let shorty fuck you type shit. Like, you can't have that type of mindset. Like, no. Because you don't want to catch shit, right?
That's true.
Exactly. So you gotta be mindful of like what bitches you get behind. But at the same time, you gotta understand like that bitch or that nigga don't owe your bitch or your nigga no loyalty type shit. So you gotta be mad at your nigga, not the female or the nigga.
I want to explore this idea of you saying it don't matter because they still coming home with you. what logic comes behind that? Because I'm just trying to understand it.
At the end of the day, a nigga know who he coming home to, and that's just that simple. Like, but at the same time, I want my nigga to fuck another bitch type shit. And then just say, like, oh, I'm going to come home to this bitch and fuck him type shit. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like if y'all in a relationship, like, it also depends, like, an open relationship, like, or a close relationship type shit. But I feel like niggas and bitches should just be like, all right, like, listen, I did fuck this bitch at a party type shit. You feel me? So-and-so type shit. But at the same time, like, it don't matter if you come home to the bitch or not. But at the same time, like, you should show your bitch that you really, like, loyal out here. Like, loyalty is the motherfucking key type shit. You don't want your bitch out here fucking random niggas and fucking you raw. Like, what the fuck?
That's true.
Like, all I gotta say is, like, if y'all out here in a relationship type shit, like, don't fuck another bitch raw. Because you don't want to catch shit. You feel me? Because if you catch something, you give it to your shorty, it's going to be issues.
Yep. Let me tell you my view why I take this last, swig that I got. You feel me? So, I feel like it's a certain level of respect that you have to have with your significant other. I don't give a fuck what we going through. You not finna be in no club talking to no other nigga. Period. Because it's just like, if you don't respect me enough to like curve somebody, you don't have no loyalty, right? Mm-hmm. And I know a lot of females be like, oh, I'm loyal, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da. But nah, honestly, right? If you sit up here and talk to another nigga in the club and, like, be acting a certain way and shit. You feel me? It's just like, what else would you do?
Like, I see where you're coming from, like, and I understand. Because, like, at the end of the day, like, whatever happens behind the dark, it comes to the light type shit. And that comes from, like, niggas and bitches type shit. Like, I'm not saying, like, I'm on, like, the bitches side type shit. Because I'm a whole female type shit. And no, I know I don't give, like, the fuck energy type shit. But you also got to think, like, you can't be, like, oh, loyal to, like, a nigga type shit and be like, oh, I'm coming home to this nigga type shit. I'm finna be loyal. But, deep down inside that you being, like, dirty to this nigga and fucking another nigga, it's best to be, like, loyal and communicate with a nigga. Be like, listen, babe, like, I understand, like, I got drunk and I fucked this so-and-so type shit. Because you don't want your nigga catching shit because then that's when shit gonna get crazy.
So... like I was saying, it's a certain level of respect you gotta have for your significant other. If you don't feel like you can be loyal to this person, or if some people don't even know what loyalty is, so I think I'm using the wrong word. But if you don't feel like you can be loyal to somebody, it's better off for you to not even be in a relationship. Because at the end of the day, what's gonna change from today to 6 years from now? Nothing. You still gonna be the same disloyal person you was when we first got together. You feel me? So it's just like, what the fuck would you stay in a relationship for so long just for everything to come to the light and then y'all still not work versus you just being single and you finding out, who you can or if you can even be loyal. Because some females just baby mama material. I'm sorry to say that, and I'm gonna get a lot of flack. Some of these bitches is literally only baby mama material. some of these females are not wife material, and they don't even know that they're not wife material. Because in this day and age, bro, we got this whole social media that's telling every female that, oh, you're the most baddest female. If somebody can't accept you, somebody will. Blase, blase, and it's some truth to that. But also, it's misleading a lot of females that just not even cut out for the whole, like, family picket fence and shit like that, because she's gonna always be disloyal. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So basically, like, I definitely agree with you type shit. But at the same time, like,
Niggas too. It's like some niggas.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say like every female is like right or wrong and like niggas are right or wrong type shit. It's like a 50-50 chance. Like, some niggas be on some weird shit and like some cheating shit, and some bitches do too. But at the end of the day, like, say for instance, if like you're in a relationship shit and y'all talk about the shit, then that's cool type shit. But me personally, like, me being a female type shit, like, bitches be quick to like cheat on niggas. Like, I feel like if it was like a nigga in a relationship, us females cheat more than niggas type shit. Like, us females like a nigga that got money, and like we be quick to be like, all right, like, bet, like, I'm gonna play this nigga type shit. And I'm sorry to say, but I'm a female, but I like to dog niggas. I'm not gonna say I dog niggas type shit, but us females, we like to dog niggas, and I don't like that. Like, if y'all want a loyal nigga type shit, then y'all should be loyal too. But y'all shouldn't want a nigga to be loyal if y'all not gonna be loyal too. And that's just that.
And Cheyanne just dropped a bomb on y'all bitches.
I'm sorry to say.
Bitches be out here tripping.
Niggas be tripping too.
You know the females gonna be mad at you that watch this podcast.
I don't give a fuck. I'm a female.
You feel me? Well, that concludes this episode of the Off the Lick podcast. Did you have fun?
I surely did, you guys. I hope I see you guys soon more. You know?
Sure.
Period.
For sure. On other note, you got anything coming for the people that's watching?
Basically, like, so I got an exam coming up, you guys. So basically, like, pray that I pass like the CNA, so I can get my CNA license.
Okay.
So yeah, y'all pray for me that I pass this test, and if I pass the test, I get my CNA license.
You got any shout outs and shit for the people?
I mean, I would just want to shout out, like, basically, like, say for instance, like, basically, like, my family type shit, you feel me? Like, basically, I want to shout out to, like, my family type shit, basically, like, supporting me through, like, the past and shit like that. And I basically want to just, like, say, like, everybody keep your head up type shit, and I hope y'all learn something from this.
How can they follow you?
Follow me on Instagram at amor.shy, and y'all can add me on Snapchat too if y'all want to, but my Instagram is AMOURR.shy, CHEY.
Yeah, man, it's gonna be in the description as well. And make sure y'all fuck with that Dead Man video, you feel me? Make sure y'all come out and see me. You know what I mean? On the next show. I don't remember what date it was and I'm drunk. But anyway, yeah, man, I'm gonna be in that hoe, you feel me? Matter of fact, I'm performing this Saturday too. Make sure y'all come out to that hoe. I'm performing with King Surge, you know. You feel me? Make sure y'all like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram at KiNg EmErY MMN, man. And yeah, man, that's everything we got going on. Go fuck with that fucker deal, man. You feel me? The hardest tape out in 2021, you feel me? You know.
Period.
Other than that, man, we out this hoe.
Alright, y'all be safe though, for real.
Phone in the phone, so to sleep, I can't fight it. Locked in my mode, I feel like I'm indicted. All turning cold and I think that I like it. Look at my drip, got these hoes all excited. They tried to kill me, the fire ignited, and I bit the bullet. These niggas ain't like me. They think I'm a demon, I'm really enlightened. When I hit the block, I hit harder than Tyson.